Folks, I was doing some numbers and boy, they got me excited. Again, this is not going to be the most accurate numbers. They're just numbers that I was doing to get myself excited. I was talking to somebody that actually flies one of these planes. This is a Gulfstream G700, and I was talking to a pilot that flies for Gulfstream and mostly flies a Gulfstream G650, right? So I was looking at these planes, and obviously, as you see, if you look at my office, I got a G700, then I got a G400, because I do believe this is going to be my first plane ever. Then this is going to be my next plane. I'm going to go buy this. It's going to be about probably 30-something, 35 million. Then I'm going to upgrade to the G7. That's the Big Mac Daddy, and this actually starts at $75 million. So going into 2023, I was like, I really want to wrap my head around, what would it cost me to buy one of those? That's one. Then two, I want to actually wrap my head around what would it cost me to actually manage to, keep these all year round, right? So I was looking at it. So a G700, right? I mean, I could have better handwriting, right? I don't need to have a good handwriting to buy one of those. I was going to write a check, right? So let me do this. So this is worth $75 million, right? Now, realistically, this could go for many people in different ways. Usually, you don't want to spend all your income on a freaking plane. Obviously, that makes no sense. So based on my numbers, I got to be worth at minimum $2 billion in order for me to buy a $75 million plane. That's what I need to be worth. This gets me thinking, how can I get my net worth up to $2 billion in the things that I need to do? And the more that I've thought about it, buying it is one thing, because by the way, this could be extremely healthy for most of the bigger businesses, because you can actually depreciate 100% of an airplane. So for one of these years, I got to pay the IRS $75 million. I could that year just buy a $75 million plane and owe zero because they're 100% a write-off. Then I started to think, after I spoke to the pilot that fly those planes, I was like, dude, how much really does it cost to to keep a G700 all year round? He said, I'm going to get you quick to the numbers. I'm not going to be as good as him at it. He started saying, man, you need at least $1 million just to park it, right? Just to leave it in a hangar at, let's say, Opalaka Executive Airport, you need at least $1 million, and it probably more, or this is what it costs, or maybe less if you leave it outside versus inside a hangar. So to leave it inside of the hangar, it might even cost you more money. Then we started talking about fuel, pilot salaries, and all this stuff, flight attendant salary, to even down to all the food you gotta keep on the plane so you get service when you're on the plane. You literally need somewhere between $6 million up to $7 million, because these planes gotta go back, I believe, once a year or twice a year, he said, where they get serviced in Savannah, Georgia headquarters, where they get serviced and checked out. I think it's once every 6 months or once a year. But that was the numbers that I'm looking at. So I'm like, okay, honestly, I'm not being ridiculous or trying to do a pep talk. This seems very real to me and very easy. Say I can do this. But now the real thing that you need to wrap your head around in order for you to own one of those is you need cash flow. You need deals. You need income that exceeds $6 to $7 million a month in order for you to get those planes. So technically, let's go by what Warren Buffett says. You gotta live on 20% of all the income that you make every month or less. So based on his numbers, let's say if I need, right? Let's do the numbers on a monthly basis, right? So if this is $7 million a year, 12, so I need about $600K a month, right? To upkeep with this plane. So let's say between my house, cars, everything, that's another, let's say, $300K. That's just maybe a mortgage payment. Maybe I own it cash, but that's going to be maybe taxes, buy stuff for the house, car payments. That's another $300K a month, and that's actually not a lot. I'm being very conservative. Let's say the wife, I take her shopping, I do this, I do that, we go have fun, we do random things. just to throw at it another, right? Let's say 100K. Actually, make it 200 because my wife might be just a little bougie and she might want different bags, Hermes, right, every month. So this comes out to what? This comes out to $1.1 million monthly. Now, like here's the thing. If I start thinking, go make 2 billion, so you can buy a $70 million plane, then you need $1 million this, $1 million that. You start thinking with these big numbers, you're like, man, I am never going to have this thing. But once I crunched it down, I summed it up, to me now, all I'm thinking of, to have a great freaking lifestyle, the big house, the cars, a plane, I need $1.1 million a month. That's money spent. You understand? That's money spent. That's not my income. Then, if I'm gonna go by what Warren Buffett says, if I'm gonna live on 20% of my actual income, based on the 1.1, I need an average of 8 million up to $10 million a month in net profit. So don't think of the 2 billion. So technically now I'm thinking, if I make somewhere between 100 and 120 million dollars a year, I could have the G7, I can have the 300K a month house, I can have the big cars, I can have everything that I wanted. And that's what I honestly do. These numbers are the numbers that I actually do in order for me to get myself excited for a better future. Because if I'm going to do all the work, do the hard thing, get sued, get on the magazine for doing crazy shit, do all that big stuff, I need to get myself excited about some of the things that I really work hard to have one day. And it doesn't just have to be a plane. It could be whatever for you. This is just one of the things I really want to have. So now, where's my eraser? It's not here. All I need to think of is I need 1.1 a month to spend to live that top G life, right? Then you're going to start calling me Top J. That's what you gotta call me, folks, right? That is the real Top J. Anyways, 1.1 million a month, so that means I need to make $8 to $10 million a month. I can do it. I believe I can do it. I'm really freaking excited. I had a big 2023, and I truly believe I had a really big 2022, and I truly believe 2023 gonna be a lot closer. It's gonna either sit me a lot closer or hit the targets that I'm looking for to get closer to have my G700. Freaking love this fucking plane. Could you fucking see me flying one of these?
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How could you not? Thank you, baby. Love this one. By the way, this was sent to me by Gulfstream Direct. Did you show him this? Nasty. Nasty. By the way, I'll end the video with this. One of the best things about these planes, they have this lighting feature where, like, if I'm flying to Dubai, it would like put the lights up like a sunrise and sunset based on the country that I'm going to. So you never have jet lags. You believe this? Fucking nuts. You have a bedroom with the full crazy. I could live on this thing. If I go homeless, I'll sell my house, I'll live on my fucking plane and go see the world and see you folks, because we're gonna be watched worldwide. Guaranteed. Let's do this, folks. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because we're taking it to a whole different level. I believe it. You better believe it. And I need your support, your love, your subscriptions, your likes, your comments, everything for us to get there. I'm one of the people that are going to spread extremely good information on YouTube and Instagram and everywhere. I'm going to be one of also the most fun to watch, because I want to help you. And by doing that, I help me too. Let's take over the world, folks. Much love. Let's do this.